As you start your abstinence journey, you are going to realize that a lot of trauma, a lot of hurt, a lot of issues in the past are going to be uprooted. You are going to realize that a lot of things that you thought you had rectified are going to come back, and these are going to trigger the heck out of you. You are going to be triggered because you being triggered is showing that there's issues there, and the moment you are no longer triggered by these issues, these situations, these past trauma, then you are indeed stepping into healing from trauma and a lot of aches and pains that you had undergone, or things that you didn't even realize that was issues back then, but it was some sort of past trauma in your bloodline for whatever the reason. So a lot of things are going to trigger you, and when you are being triggered by a lot of these things, it is best to take a closer look at them, because it just might be something that went under the radar for a while, even from bloodline, from generations before you, that no one actually took the time to inspect it properly to see why was this a long-stemming issue in the family, and a lot of things, right? So a lot of you had dreams, desires, goals of being the generational curse breaker. A lot of you realize your family, no one in your family ever graduated high school, or no one ever went to college to get a degree, or no one in your family got married. So you wanted to be that generational curse breaker. But how are you going to be the one to break generational curses when you are in a chokehold by lust? How are you going to break curses in your bloodline when lust has you in a chokehold, right? You have no discipline over your body. Sex is literally controlling you, and you cannot discipline yourself to abstain. I am not saying that abstinence is the only thing that you need to go forward to break generational curses, but it is a start. And when you heal yourself by going on your abstinence journey, internally healing begins to ricochet also on the outside. So you will realize that when your body starts to rid of all of the triggers, because now you're starting to heal, now you fully heal, so you're not being triggered anymore. Your traumas ain't triggering you, your past ain't triggering you, seeing your ex who did you wrong ain't triggering you, right? You will realize that the ricochet effect has a positive influence also on how you feel on the outside, and how you interact with people, and how the universe responds to you, and your blessings accordingly. So I don't think that God is going to bless anyone that is like psychologically or trauma wise are hugging the demons and the past trauma that they like to cuddle with, because a lot of these trauma and a lot of the hurt that we undergo are prolonged because we keep on having sexual relations with a lot of people, that because portals are being opened through intercourse, we find out that a lot of us have how you would say, exchanged demons that not only have wreaked havoc in our lives, but have kept us so pressed in our finances, in our growth spiritually, in your body, physically. A lot of you are suffering from some internal ailments, some sicknesses that from the last time you were intimate with that one person, you've never been the same again. That one girl you touched, your life has never been the same again, right? You've touched so many girls, but that one night, that one girl you laid with, I mean, you have trouble getting your money up, you have trouble saving, you have trouble keeping a job, you have trouble keeping a relationship. That one person can ruin everything. And in so keeping yourself abstinent, you do and you will realize that a lot of people are sent into your life not just to suck your soul essence, but they are also sent as a target, a minion from the pits of hell to stop your progress, to distract you in this life. And not only that, a lot of them are sent with missions to exterminate you from off of the face of the earth, because your purpose that God had for you, ordained for you since you were in the womb, that purpose is so big that the devil wants you to run around, spin around in confusion and trauma and hurt and being held down in a chokehold by lust and sex, that you can even elevate your body, elevate your mind into not just building up your flesh, but also building up your spirit, building up your spirit, man, right? We are not just body, we're not just flesh. We have to build a discipline in our spirit. We have to strengthen our spirit, right? So when we sit around and everything is about the flesh, the flesh, the flesh, then you are overlooking the other aspects of you, which is soul and spirit. And a lot of things that happen to us in life, it starts from the spiritual realm. A lot of attacks start from the spiritual realm. And we need to understand that sex is not just a physical thing, it is also a spiritual thing, which would explain why it was created to be in the confines of marriage between two people, a man and a woman, because really it was made for creation, right? To make children. And if you were not ready to make children, then why would you indulge in such an act? But that's a topic for another time. So abstinence, your journey, it is going to trigger you. It is going to uproot a lot of past wounds and trauma and a lot of past hurt from relationships that you thought you had rectified, but you had not gone, or it was not completely healed. And you will have inner standing along the way of a lot of things that you would need to actually have to dig deep to get out of your system so that you can move on and live life to the fullest.